Now, if you're at your mat or on your mat, I want you to stand up to your feet. We're going to start on our feet today and get our muscles warm before we start stretching. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Stretch and de-stress. Welcome, everyone. We're going to start on our feet today and warm up our muscles before we get down to the mat to stretch them out. That way they work better for us. So take it to your feet, and I just want you to bring your arms out to the side and just take a twist. Let the arms move on their own as you twist. Let them kind of smack up against the body. And you can take this twist nice and easy, and then maybe pick up the pace just a little bit, letting the arms move. Kind of rest up against the body as they twist with the sides. Good. Just a couple more. All right, shake that out. We're going to bring our right knee high and just swing it out to the side, and then bring it down. Left knee high, swing it out to the side. We're just going to kind of loosen up the muscles and the joints before we get started with our stretch. So bring the knee up, circle it out and down. Very good. And take a little bounce, shaking out the shoulders, shaking out the arms and the wrists, bouncing light on the ball of the foot. Just want to bring the heart rate up a little bit so that the heart's pumping blood to those muscles to get them nice and warm. Keep shaking the arms out. Keep it here. Maybe we've been sitting at a desk all day. Let's wake up all the muscles in our body. Shake it out. Couple more seconds here. All right, good. Let's step the feet right outside the hips. We're gonna let the hands go all the way down to the feet, taking a fold. Tucking the chin and looking behind you. Take a big deep breath. Very good. Let's bring our fingertips to the ground and press the fingertips firmly into the ground and round the upper back. Pulling the shoulder blades apart. And then release, letting the elbows relax and taking a deeper fold. Very good. Let's pull our heels in, toes point out, and you're going to slowly sit yourself down into a deep squat. And maybe you stay right here with the fingertips connected to the floor for support. If you need to lean forward, that's totally okay. Otherwise, if you can, bring the weight into the heels and keep the feet flat on the ground. And we're going to press our palms together, pressing the elbows to the insides of the knees to open up the hips. Staying here for just a second. Maybe closing your eyes. Just thinking about what our intention is today here, to stretch and to relax. When you're ready, bring the left hand down and let's take the right arm high. Just reach up to the sky. Take the gaze to the fingertips or keep the eyes closed, whatever feels good. Opening up through that side. Reach behind you and open up through the chest. Good, let's switch out the arms. Bring the right hand down. We're gonna take the left hand high. Reach up to the sky first, and then open through the chest, reaching the arm a little bit further behind you. Gaze is in the sky. Good, bring it down. Let's lift the hips and straighten the legs and point the toes forward. Wrapping the arms around the legs and bringing the chest closer to the thighs, looking behind you. Very good. One more time. Let's point those toes out. Heels in and sit down into that deep squat. This time, maybe a sway side to side, pressing the palms together, pressing the elbows into the knees. We're going to take that twist one more time. We're going to go a little bit deeper. I want you to grab onto the right ankle with the left hand and then open up that right arm, that right chest. Pull behind you just a little bit further this time, opening up. Good, bring it down. That right hand is going to grab onto that left ankle and that left arm is going to open up. Pulling open to open up the chest. Good, bring it down. Now let's bring the hands to the mat and bring the knees to the mat. Make your way into a tabletop position. We're gonna take a couple of cat-cows, tucking the toes. Take a natural breath. And when you're ready, let's lift the hips, tuck the belly, lift the chest and the chin. Take a big deep inhale and feel out the core stretch all the way down. When you're ready to release that, inhale, tuck the hips, pull the belly up and in, and round the upper back, tucking the chin to find your exhale. When you're ready for the inhale, take it back to that cow by lifting the hips, dropping the belly, pressing the heart forward and lifting the chin. Big, deep inhale. Good. On your exhale, tuck the hips, pull the belly up and in, round the spine and tuck the chin and exhale, separating the shoulder blades. When you're ready for that next inhale, we're gonna do this 2 more times. Lift the hips, drop the belly, lift the chest. Inhale to stretch out the core. Good. On that exhale, take it into the cat by lifting the belly, rounding the spine and tucking the chin. 1 more time. Inhale, find your cow. Exhale, take it to the cat. Now from here, just kind of wiggle the hips left to right. And then separate the knees as wide as the mat. Bring the big toes to touch and sit the hips to the heels. Walking the hands out in front of you. Let's bring the forehead to the mat. We're going to relax in this child pose for just a second. Finding a peaceful place. Stretch and de-stress, which means we need to relax. Find your breath and focus on the length of the inhales and the exhales. Maybe you take your favorite cheek to the mat. Relax the arms and relax the hips. If you need a big, deep breath, take in whatever you need. Hang in here for just a few more rounds of breath. Keeping the focus on the inhales and exhales. Very good. Make your way back to that tabletop position. Bring the knees in. And let's tuck the toes to sit on the heels. Stretching out through the big toe and the bottoms of the feet. We're going to let the arms rest into the lap. Let's take the chin to the chest. Letting the head hang heavy. And then lift the chin all the way up towards the sky. Again, take the chin to the chest. Actively reaching it down. And then lift. chin to sky. Good. Let's take the fingers and interlace them right behind the head. We're going to tuck the chin and bring the elbows in. A little assisted neck stretch. Be gentle here. And then lift the chin and open the elbows. One more time. Draw the elbows in, tuck the chin. And open up the elbows, lifting the chin. Let the head hang back and try to stretch out the front of the neck. Good. Let's bring the left arm behind the back. Reaching for that left wrist with the right hand. Relaxing the left shoulder. We're going to tilt the head to the right, stretching out through the left side of the neck. Now, if that is uncomfortable on your toes, feel free to untuck the toes and sit on the heels. We're still getting a good stretch at the front of the foot. Bring your focus to that left side of the neck. Take a big deep breath and send that breath to any tension in the neck. Very good. Let's release that. Bring in the right arm behind the back, grabbing onto that left, with that left hand to the right wrist or to the right hand, relaxing the right shoulder and tilting the head to the left. Bring your attention to the right side of the neck. Take a big deep breath and send that breath into any tightness into the neck. Very good. Release that. We're going to take some neck circles. We're going to start by taking the chin over to the left. And from there, we're going to circle all the way up to the sky, nice and slow, over to the right. Back down to the chest and over to the left. Give yourself time to feel any tension at any angle. You might hear some pops and some cracks, and it might feel good. One more time. Lift the chin over to the left, up to the sky, over to the right, and down. Good. We're going to go the other direction. Taking the chin over to the right, circling it up, over to the left, and down towards the chest. Again, over to the right, up towards the sky, over to the left, and down. One more time. At your own pace, go nice and slow that you can feel a stretch at every angle. Very good. Let's come up off of those heels. Tuck the toes if they were untucked. And we're going to just push back, hips to heels, and then forward. Good. Let's untuck the toes and take the knees back just a step. We're going to slowly release the hips to the mat. Staying up to the palms if that feels good. If that's too tight, you can come down to the forearms. Untucking the toes. And just hang here for a second. You could roll the shoulders down and back. Open up the chest. And slowly release it all the way down to your forearms if you're not already there. We're going to extend our left arm out in front. And coming all the way down to our chest. We're going to bend the right knee. Take your right palm underneath your right shoulder and help your body over onto the left hip. Rolling over, we're going to stretch out the front of the shoulder nice and easy. Palm is down towards the ground. I'm using my right fingertips to press into the mat to support this twist. Your right foot should be down on the ground, right behind the left leg. Find a gentle stretch in the front of your shoulder and just stay here. Maybe release the head to the mat to relax. If you can release the fingertips, maybe come down to the palm. Maybe you can let that elbow and shoulder relax on the right. Embrace the twist and relax the shoulders. Try to relax the face. Feeling the belly rise with your inhale and sinking into the twist on the exhale. Very good. When you're ready, you can slowly roll back onto the belly. I'm going to press the palms underneath the shoulders into the mat, untucking the toes, back up, lifting the chest off the mat. The eyes are closed or the gaze is forward. Roll the shoulders down and back and press the heart forward. When you're ready, come back down to the forearms. We're going to do that scorpion on the other side. The right arm comes out to a T. Bring it down to the chest. Bend the left knee. Use that left palm underneath the left shoulder to roll yourself onto the right side. Stretching out through the front of that right shoulder. You can press your palm into the mat to help yourself in this twist, or you can relax, maybe relaxing the right cheek to the mat. Maybe try to relax that left arm. The left foot is down on the ground right behind the right leg. We're just going to embrace this twist. Feeling the belly rise on the inhale and sinking into the twist on the exhale. Finding that gentle stretch to the inside of that right shoulder. Just relax the upper body. Very good. When you're ready, bring it back onto your belly. Bring the forearms to the mat, shoulder width apart. We're just going to settle into this Sphinx for a second. Untucking the toes, pulling the shoulders down and back and lifting the chest. Imagine stretching out between the vertebrae of the low back. When you're ready, lift the hips, walk the hands back towards the legs. We're going to tuck the toes one more time and sit the hips to the heels. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back, pulling the palms and the forearms close together. We're going to open up the chest. Let the chin rise towards the sky. Let the shoulders roll down and back. Open up to the chest. The longer we hold this stretch, the more relaxed our muscles can become. So just keep holding, keep pulling the shoulders down and back and opening up to the chest. If you can lift the arms away from the body, try that. Very good. Release that and shake out the wrist. We're going to reach the left arm high and bring the right fingertips to the floor. Taking a side bend, getting into that low back and the side body. Now the hand can stay overhead, or you can sink that left arm down towards the left ear. Opening up to the rib cage. Now from here, I want you to round the back to come into a circle, almost into a child's pose, but we're going to stay right here. From here, we're going to walk the hands over to the left, and then slowly open up the chest, bringing that arm up to the sky, The right arm is high, or it can sink down over the right ear. Good, let's bring that right hand down to the left, and we're just gonna do that circle motion to end up in that child's pose where we're seated. We're not on the floor, we're just here, kneeling with a rounded spine. We're gonna walk the hands to the right till they're outside of that right leg. And we're gonna open up the chest, opening up the left side of the chest, bringing that left arm to the sky. And then sink into that side bend, maybe bring that left arm over the left ear. Good, slowly circle to center and then over to the left, bringing that right arm up. Opening the chest, reaching the arm and then covering up the ear. Pushing that right side body out, opening up to the rib cage. Good, good, good. Stay here. And then bring it back to the center. Untuck the toes. Maybe let's give the tops of the feet a pat to the mat. And then sit the hips all the way back to the heels. Good, we're gonna bring the right arm across the body, stretching out through the back side of the shoulder this time. Nice and gentle. You can keep the arm long, or you can bend at the elbow and let that arm rest on the shoulder. We're looking for a stretch to the outside of that right shoulder. Once you find the stretch, just hold. The longer we hold the stretch, the more relaxed the muscle becomes. Very good. Hold it for one more round of breath. And then release it. We're going to take that right arm high. Bend that right elbow and grab onto the right elbow with the left hand. We're looking for a tricep stretch in the back side of that right arm, pressing the head into that forearm and sitting tall to find that tricep stretch. Once you find it, just hold. Very good. Stay here. One more breath. Good. Release both arms out to a T. Press the chest forward and pull the arms back until you feel a stretch in the biceps. Press the heart forward, pull the arms back. Good. Let's draw the left arm in front for that shoulder stretch. Bending at the elbow or keeping the arm straight, whatever feels good to you. Looking for a stretch on the outside of that left shoulder. Be gentle. Once you find the stretch, just hold. Very good. Let's bring that left arm up over high. Bending at the elbow, reaching for that left elbow to find the tricep stretch, pressing the head into that left forearm and sitting tall until you find the stretch in the back of the left arm. Once you find that stretch, just hold and breathe. Good. Let's slowly release and bring the arms back out to a T. Press the heart forward and pull the arms back. You want to feel a stretch in the biceps. Very good. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And then let's go the opposite direction. We'll pull the shoulders back, lift them up, and round them forward. Very good. Let's get off of those heels and make our way into a seat. We're going to stack the knees by letting the right leg be down to the mat and stacking that left leg on top. Take a second here to adjust. And you want to try and get the knees stacked one on top of the other. You're going to feel a nice stretch in that left hip as we sit tall. And let's turn the body to the right. Looking over the right shoulder. Good. Let's turn the body to the left. If you can press that right forearm against the left knee and help yourself further into this twist. It might also enhance the stretch to the outside of that left hip. Looking over the left shoulder. Good, back to center. Sit tall, and we're gonna walk the hands out in front. Letting the chest rest on the thighs. Maybe let the head fall towards the floor. Find your breath and just relax. Embracing that stretch. Focusing on the breath. Holding it here for one more breath. Very good. Sit tall. Let's bring those legs out in front. And just give them a little wiggle. Balancing the backs of the knees down to the mat. We're going to go to the other side, bringing that left knee down. And then stacking the right on top of the left. Take a minute to find what spot works for you. And then sit tall. We're going to twist to the left. Looking over the left shoulder. And then slowly make your way to twist to the right. We're going to stay here for a couple breaths. Again, if you can press that left forearm into the right knee to help push yourself into this twist and enhance that stretch in the right hip. If your eyes are open, you're looking over that right shoulder. Very good. Bring it back to center. Sit tall and walk the hands forward to lean the chest on the thighs. Let the head relax. Holding this glute stretch so that those muscles can relax. We're going to hold it for 2 more rounds of breath. Very good. Awesome job. Let's sit tall. Again, take the legs out in front and give them a little wiggle. Bouncing the backs of the knees to the mat. And then we're going to bend the right leg, connecting that right foot to the left thigh. We're going to sit tall and walk the hands down the leg, reaching for the foot. Now, if you can grab the foot, great. If you can't, maybe you can grab the shin. We're looking to stretch out the entire back side of the left leg. Don't round the back. Try to keep the back long. Maybe the eyes are closed or the gaze is right over the left toes. We're holding this stretch for several breaths to relax the hamstrings. Hold it here. Now let the spine relax, let the arms relax, and let the head hang heavy. Good. Slowly help yourself up to the seat, and we're going to switch sides, straightening out the right leg and bending the left, connecting that left foot to the right thigh. Sit tall, pull the right toe back towards your face. We're going to walk the hands down that right leg, reaching for the right foot. If you can grab the foot, great. If not, maybe you can grab the shin. Check in with the spine. Keep it long and keep the gaze, if the eyes are open, right over the right toes. Fold until you feel the stretch all the way up the right side, the right leg, maybe into the low back. I'm going to stay here for 2 more breaths. Very good. Relax the arms, relax the head and neck, and relax the spine. Very good. Slowly come back to a seat. We're going to bring the legs behind us, come back to that tabletop position, and we're going to walk the knees back to bring it all the way down to the hips. Nice and easy. Come to the forearms. We're going to bend the left knee and reach back with the left hand, grabbing onto the left foot. Now you don't need to jerk that foot towards the glutes. Just find the connection with the hand to the foot. And then from there, squeeze that left glute, pressing that right hip into the mat. And then maybe you can pull the foot a little bit closer. Find your stretch in the front of that left leg and hold. Hopefully you're feeling that quad relax. We're going to be here for 1 more breath. Very good. Release that. We're going to bend the right knee and reach back with the right hand to connect to the foot. Maybe you squeeze the glute and you can feel the stretch in the quad. And if not, just pull the foot closer to the hips until you find that stretch in the front of the left leg, in the front of the right leg, and hold. We've got 2 rounds of breath here. Very good. Let's slowly release that. Bring both forearms back down to the mat. Lift the hips. Press into the palms, tuck the toes, and let's lift the hips into a down dog. We're going to pedal out the feet, bending one leg and straightening the other. We're going to take a few minutes to just pedal the feet out. Let's bend the left knee and straighten the right. Pressing the palms into the mat, we're going to press the chest closer to the legs. Feel the back of that right leg stretch out all the way from the foot into the ankle, into the calf, all the way up the leg. Pressing that right heel down towards the mat. Keep pressing the chest to the thighs. Good, and let's switch. Bending the right leg and straightening the left. Pressing that left heel down towards the mat to feel a stretch all the way up the back of the left leg. Pressing that left heel down. Pressing into the palms to take the chest closer to the thighs. Feel that stretch to the left calf and to the left hamstring. Good, pedal those feet out again. A couple of more times, pressing each heel to the mat each time. Good, let's come to the tiptoes on both feet. Press the chest close to the legs, and then slowly release the heels towards the mat. Good. Let's take it forward to a plank, but we're not going to stay there. No worries. We're just going to step that left foot in front, dropping that right knee down to the mat. Let's find a twist. Right palm is down to the mat. We're going to reach the left arm high. Open up through the chest, reach behind you, look behind you. Good, bring it back. Sink into that right hip, letting that right hip sink towards the mat. Very good, hold it here. And let's bring that left palm down to the mat. Lift that right knee off and step the left foot back, taking it back into that down dog to pedal out the feet. We're going to bring it back to that plank, stepping the right foot forward, dropping the left knee to the mat, untucking the left toe, and sinking that left hip down towards the mat. When you're ready, reach the right arm high. Open up. Reaching that arm behind you, opening up the right side of the chest. Good. Bring it down. Now, before we go back to that plank, we're going to come up into this half kneeling position. We're going to reach the left arm high. Side bending to the right. Feeling that stretch go down the left side and to the left hip. Pressing that left side body out. Good, bring both palms down to the mat. Step the right foot back, and instead of going to down dog, we're going to step that left foot back in front, coming into that half kneeling position on this side, reaching the right arm high, and side bending to the left, stretching out through the right side body, down into the right hip. Good, bring both hands down to the mat. Step that left foot back, lifting that right knee off the mat, and let's push it back to that down dog for one last time. Pedaling out the feet. And when you're ready, just bring it down all the way to a tabletop. And then we're going to bring it to a seat. And bring it all the way down to our backs. Roll it down nice and slow. And then take a second. We're going to draw the knees into the chest, stretching out that low back. If you can wrap the forearms around the knees, really widen the knees and pull them closer to the body. The closer you get the knees to the chest, the more of a low back stretch you will get. Take a slow rock side to side. Massaging the low back into the mat. Massaging out the kidneys. Very good. Let's bring the feet to the mat. Let's cross the left knee over the right, and then shift over onto the right hip, letting the legs fall to the right. Be gentle. Go slow. And hang here in this twist. We're going to be here for a couple of rounds of breath. Now you can unravel the knees. And just let the knees fall over to the right as close to the floor as they can. Keep the chest open, trying to keep both shoulder blades connected to the mat. Maybe you open the arms out to a T. And if you want to go for a pretzel, you're going to draw that left knee up, reaching for that left knee with the right hand and reaching for that left foot with the left hand. Really getting into the low back. Be gentle and do what works for your body. Very good. Slowly release any of those connections that you made. Make your way onto your back. Feet are going to be hip width apart. We're just going to windshield wiper the knees from the left to the right. Nice and easy. Dropping the knees over to the left and then over to the right. Taking a second to pause as the knees reach towards the floor to feel that stretch in the low back. Very good. We're going to cross the right knee over the left and shift onto that left hip, letting the knees fall to the left. Make any adjustments you need to keep the shoulder blades as close to connected to the mat as you can. Maybe you open the arms out to a T. If you want to go for that pretzel on this side, you'll bring that right knee up, grabbing onto it with the left hand, then reaching for that left foot with the right hand, finding yourself in this assisted twist. Keep the face relaxed. Hold those connections for another round of breath. Very good. Slowly start to unravel and bring it back onto our backs. We're going to windshield wiper those knees one more time. Take the feet as wide as the mat and then drop the knees over to the right, back to center and over to the left. One more time. Very good. Let's draw the knees back into the chest. Give it a good squeeze. Reaching to wrap the arms around the legs. And now let's bring the soles of the feet up towards the sky. You can grab onto the bottoms of the feet or the shins or the ankles, whatever feels good. Drawing the knees closer to the mat. Getting up in a little bit higher to that low back and take that rock side to side if that feels good. Very good. Slowly bring the knees back to the chest. Bring the forearms back around the knees. And this time we're going to lift our head, bringing our forehead to the knees. We're going to squeeze everything from our toes into our soles of our feet, squeezing the legs together, squeezing the arms around the legs, squeeze the fingers, squeeze the shoulders and the chest, and squeeze the face. Hold it here. Keep squeezing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as tight as you can. Get into the smallest ball, the tightest ball. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. And then release, letting the head come to the mat. The feet come to the mat and then the legs come out long. Let the feet fall open. Find a comfortable position, letting the arms rest out to the sides, palms facing up. Take a second to be aware of any sensations that last position may have brought about. Take any wiggles that you need to, and then just rest. Relaxing the forehead, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the shoulders and the chest, letting the arms be heavy, holding no tension in the palms or the fingers, completely relaxing the back and the hips as the legs become extremely heavy onto the mat. Where there's no tension in the bottoms of the feet or the toes. Taking 2 rounds of easy breath. Very good. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And bring the arms up overhead. We're going to take a stretch, reaching opposite sides of the room, arching the back. Big stretch. And when you're ready, turn yourself on to your favorite side, using that bottom arm as a pillow. I'm going to keep the eyes closed and rest here for just a minute. Letting that top arm rest onto the body. Waking up as slow as we can. Restarting our day from this relaxed position. Very good. When you're ready, keep the eyes closed and use that top arm to help you come to a seat. Coming into a cross-legged position, you're going to rest the hands onto the knees and take a second to just say thank you to your bodies for relaxing and giving you some relief, to yourselves for showing up. When you're ready, you can softly blink the eyes open. I want to say thank you guys for joining me for Stretch and De-Stress today. I hope I see you guys next time.